Hello, I'm Christina with The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. In February of 2021, I redid my bathroom. Now this isn't like I gutted it and I put in a new shower. I don't do that kind of stuff. And really my bathroom didn't need it. The bones were good, but it needed an update. 2021 was also the same time that I got my new booth space. I started off in 2015 with an 8x10 and I have now moved to 1,300 square feet. And I can't believe it was only 2021 when I was looking at this empty booth space and trying to figure out how the heck I was gonna work with something so large. A few years have gone by and I think my bathroom is in need of an update. My style has changed and I have some ideas and inspiration. So today, come with me to find out how I do a DIY bathroom makeover, and it's gonna be on the cheap. Stay tuned to the end of the video and I will tell you exactly how much the makeover costs. So let's take a look at what my bathroom looks like a few years later. And really, not much has changed, but I'm really sick of it. So it's time for a makeover. The plant hangers are empty with plants because I watered them super well before the makeover began. So they're sitting there to get an extra water. Let's get started with this makeover. Let me show you a little bit of inspiration for this bathroom makeover. I found these at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall and fell in love with them. So that give you just a hint of where we're going. I decided to get Behr paint from Home Depot because the coverage is amazing. I think you'll agree at the end of the video. First thing you have to do when you're doing a makeover is you have to get everything out of the bathroom. I made the shelves a while back using plumbing parts and some salvage wood. I really liked them, but I was ready for something new. The 134 is actually a Russian house number sign, and it is also my booth number. Before painting could begin, I had to prep the walls. My least favorite task, but I try to make it fun with a little color changing spackle. This will change to white when it is dry. Once it was all dry, I did have to add a second coat in some spots that had really deep holes. Once everything was finally dry, I sanded it down and removed all the dust. Now I was finally ready to start painting. I was inspired by this makeover because I kind of felt my bathroom was really light and airy, which is great. Trends have changed. One of the trends I'm totally in love with is the painting of the ceilings. It really can give a dramatic and cozy feel to your space. And that's what I was going for in my bathroom. And I decided to paint my bathroom black. Yep, you know, as a little kid, the color you're always told never to paint anything because you'll never get it out. Yep, we're going black. I cut everything out with a brush first, and then I would roll the rest of the bathroom. I was so impressed with the coverage, white to black in almost one coat. And right after I got started painting, I had to stop because of my roller. Never buy the ones with the plastic handles. It had completely ripped in half. I duct taped it together for finishing up the area I was working on. I did have another roller I had to switch to. My grandpa always had a crazy awesome skill of cutting in with just a brush. And although I'm far from his talent, I was quite impressed that I was able to do this project cutting in with just a brush. The first coat was done and it was time to let it sit and dry. Did you know you can wrap your roller and your paint pan in a garbage bag and just let it sit in between coats and nothing will dry out? No washing of brushes or rollers needed. While the first coat was drying, I decided to go back to Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall. It's also the antique mall where I have my booth, but I love to look for inspiration at the antique mall. So many great dealers with so much good stuff. I was looking for additional storage for my bathroom. I knew I had two pieces in my booth that might work. Both were mid-century. One was a little larger than the other. I knew I also had this like open shelving unit that was a possibility, but I wanted to look around. I spotted this piece in a booth across the way from me. It was a beautiful brass shelf that could work. And the same booth also had this gorgeous mirror. Although I hadn't considered covering up the window in the bathroom, I was thinking a salvaged window with colored glass might be just the thing. I could put it right over the existing window. I also found this stained glass, which I loved even more. It had 3 colors, it was smaller. I think I could have put it up horizontally just at the top, kind of like a valance, but I really wasn't sure how to mount it and have it be safe. If you have good ideas, comment down below. Who knows, maybe I will go back and pick this one up. And this stained glass would have been perfect, but it was way too big for the space. As I continued my search, I found a lot more decoration ideas than storage. I have loved these electric company crates. Was wondering if maybe they could somehow be mounted on the wall and be used as shelving. I was even trying to figure out if there was a way I could use this old wheel in the remodel. So the first coat is dry, and I like decor much better than painting. I mean, I like painting, but not in a tiny bathroom. So I'm gonna play with decor a little bit and then I'm gonna get painting. I'm just popping in here to answer a quick question. Yes, in the video, perhaps you've noticed, I'm looking a bit tired. You see, while I was working on a bathroom makeover, I was also planning a sweet 16 birthday party for my daughter. And if you're a booth owner or you're in retail, this is the busiest time of year. So don't worry, I am fine, just a little tired. Keeping it real. I'm not going to edit out some of those pictures because that's how we do makeovers. I ended up bringing home my own shelving unit from my booth. The larger one and the smaller one was still in my car too, just in case. The bigger one did have some damage to the back, but I had a solution for that. I think it'll also make it a lot easier to mount on the wall. And the soap holder in my bathroom was extremely handy throughout the remodel. The back was off the cabinet, and I noticed that not only did the cabinet need a little work, the inside shelves did too. There were some previous stains on them that I wanted to hide. First step was to sand the area down. One of my favorite products for stain and top coat in one is Sweet Pickens Dark Oil Wax. You can just brush it on, let it sit for about 15-20 minutes and wipe it back, and it provides a really durable shine. To purchase Sweet Pickens Oil Wax, you can go to my website at shoptheturnedleg.com. I gave the whole piece a fresh coat of the Sweet Pickens Dark Oil Wax. This product can also be used as a top coat over paint too. For more information, check out the link above to my other video. It was time for the second coat of paint. I let the paint dry overnight, and then the next morning I could start the fun part, hanging stuff and getting it decorated. I hung up the shower curtain I had, but I really was not in love with it. I turned my attention to the towel hanger. I really liked the idea of hooks and was hoping I could just swap out the old hooks with some new brass hooks. The previous hooks had been painted and the paint was just wearing off. If I had real brass, I thought they would be perfect. But you know what? It just didn't work. The holes didn't line up and I knew I needed something new. So I went shopping. I thought I would try to be budget conscious and started off at Walmart. I looked at shower curtains and really didn't see anything that caught my eye. Kind of the same story in shower rings, not too much selection. So I decided on a color for my bathroom. I thought I'd get green. Of course, there's no green towels anywhere. I did spot one green bath mat, but I decided I needed to go to another store. My route to the other store actually takes me by 2 thrift stores, so I figured I might as well look. Maybe not necessarily for towels, although they did have one green towel, but sometimes they have some other really cool items like shower curtains. My thrift store also has really good deals on those shower rings. I've found some amazing ones for like $2. They didn't really have any I liked today, but always check your thrift store to find a good deal on those shower rings. Second thrift store, and you know I just had to look. They also did not have any green towels, but they did have a robe hook still brand new in the original packaging. I also picked up this wall hook. I know it was $7.97, but I thought the hooks alone were worth the price. And I found this shower curtain at the thrift store. I had some thrift store credit, so the shower curtain ended up costing me only $2. My last store was Meijer, and success! I found green towels, and they were on clearance at 60% off. Originally, they were priced 2 towels for $29.99. Remember the wall hook I picked up at the thrift store? Well, I love the hooks and I was not crazy about the board that it was on. So I came home, I went to my garage to see what scrap wood I had. And luckily, I still had a few pieces of that old barnwood from when I made the barnwood wall. If you haven't seen the video, you can click on the link above. It is still one of my favorite projects for my home. My plan was simple. I cut the board to the same size as the board from the thrift store, then I marked the holes. You see, I'm going to use this board as a template so everything is spaced out and I don't have to do any of the measuring. I then drilled the holes and I put the hooks in. Now it was time to hang the shelf for bathroom storage. I grabbed my drill and my screws and wall anchors and a level, and I also grabbed my stud finder, but I really didn't need it. This part of my house has really wide stud spacing, so I'm gonna need anchors for it. All right, it's time to hang the cabinet, and since it's just me, I'm not going to be taping and doing it, but wish me luck. I actually was able to film drilling in the last screw. I was very lucky the piece was pre-drilled, so the process went very smooth, and it was level. The shelf was even sturdy enough for my plants. Okay, these are artificial, but hopefully I'll be putting up the real ones soon. Now the moment you've been waiting for, the big reveal. Please understand this bathroom is super tiny, so pictures were hard, but I tried to do the best I could, even standing in my bathtub at times to get the whole shot. I have gone from light and airy to dramatic and cozy. And one of my tips for all of you, if you're thinking of a makeover and you're trying to do it on a budget, is look around your home. Look for things you already have. Maybe you love them, but you don't have them out, or you don't really have them in the right place. The picture in my bathroom was just kind of hanging in my hallway. I bought it a while ago and I loved it. And it really didn't have a permanent home. So looking around your own space is really gonna help you. It is time for the big reveal of my bathroom. I love those silhouette pictures that really got me thinking about how I could do a makeover and what I wanted for my bathroom. I am also loving all the feminine details, like the shower curtain. I just love the flowers on this, and I like the white and black. I also am loving this lantern. I actually picked it up to put it in my booth, and I got it home. I'm like, I wonder if I could hang it. I found a hook that I had in my booth, and it just is so nice. An extra bonus is it has 3 settings on the battery operated candle. One is on, one is off, and one is like a timer. So it automatically comes on for a little bit each night, which is just so nice. It's like a night light. I also love that I saved some things that I liked in my bathroom. This sign is one. I made it a few years ago, one of my first signs, and I just love it. And the wood fit in perfectly. I was also thrilled to not only find the green towels, but the green rug. I think it just ties in so nice with the warm woods and the plants and the green. I think it's a really soothing and relaxing, cozy space now. And best of all, the cabinet gives me a ton of storage that I can hide. Open shelving is great, but I was a little tired of it, so this is so nice. And I think what makes a house a home is putting little touches. This wall pocket is one of my favorites. I love that I can fill it up with fresh flowers in the summertime. My signs have also found a new home. I was thinking about putting them in the door to the bathroom, but I really like them in the bathroom. Let's talk about the budget breakdown for this bathroom makeover, because I promised you a DIY makeover on the cheap. So I'm going to give you all the numbers. What really helped me in this makeover is shopping my own home. Obviously, that saved me a lot of money. Let's take a look at some of the freebie things I already had. The cabinet was a huge money saver and worked so well. I already had the sign, and I also had some other decor like the painting and the metal signs too. But of course, all of these items could also be purchased at a thrift store or antique store pretty inexpensively. And the scrap barn wood. I love to go thrifting and antiquing too, and that's where you can find the bargains. Now, even though that wall hook was kind of pricey in my book for a thrifted item, if I were to buy something like that new, we were talking around $30 or more. It really depended. And by buying the one I did, I got the hooks that would last and be durable. I also could use the wood as a template. I had a much better, way cooler, in my opinion, barnwood salvage piece that I think worked out great. In fact, I'm probably going to save the template in case I need it on something in the future. And let's not forget the new items. I did have to purchase new items. I tried to save as much money as possible. Obviously, the green towels were quite an effort to find, and I found them on sale at 60% off. I wonder, do you have green towels in stock by you? Overall, drum roll please, the total makeover came to $150.22. And the most expensive was paint. But I think spending the money, especially going from a light gray and a white to black, made the difference because it saved me a ton of time. I loved the Behr paint, and I highly recommend it. I hope you enjoyed the makeover. I firmly believe that your house should slowly evolve over time. If you're rushing something just to get the shots or the pictures, it might look a little forced. So actually, I did this video over a period of time, and I still have a ways to go. In fact, I think it will always be evolving. I have those hooks on the top of the shower curtain that need to be replaced, but I haven't found the right ones yet. So I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna rush it. If you're working on the same kind of a makeover for your own home, I hope you take my advice. Don't rush it. Really find things that are gonna work. You want your home to be perfect, and that's gonna take time. The next video I have planned coming up is a Q&A video, and probably by the time this video comes out, I will have it already recorded. But if you have any questions you want me to answer, feel free to put them in the comments below. If I don't use them on this video, maybe I'll save them for a future video. Maybe you'll inspire me for some new content too. I really appreciate all of you and this wonderful community, and I'm wishing you and yours a very happy holiday season. Now get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create.